Leg 2 is my favorite because it's so shameless. Honestly, I almost feel like this should be illegal. I mean, it used to be illegal, but then there are reasons why it can be a good thing. Anyway, companies are buying back their own shares. In the first 4 months of this year, the S&P 500 companies announced $665 billion of buybacks. That's the biggest start of year ever recorded. Last year, they spent over $1 trillion, which was also a record year. Let me explain what a buyback actually does, what it means, because this is a key idea. A company takes its cash, sometimes borrowed cash, and buys its own stock on the open market. This reduces the amount of shares on the open market, so fewer shares exist afterwards. Since earnings per share, or EPS, is calculated based on the public shares that exist, earnings per share goes up, so the price goes up, the price of the stock goes up. Nobody built anything new or sold a single new product. The company is not getting better or innovating, it's just buying its own stock. Some consider it market manipulation, allegedly. Actually, the SEC considered it market manipulation up until the early 80s when they randomly changed the rules to allow it. We'll talk about why in a second because it's totally legit. It's like a band buying up their own concert tickets and then bragging that they sold out the stadium. It just doesn't make sense. And get this, they're doing it at the most expensive prices in stock market history, which sounds insane until you remember who signs off on the buybacks. Get ready for this. The executives who get paid in stock. I mean, the buyback pushes the price up. They get their bonuses in stocks. Now you see why the SEC changed those rules, allegedly. So underneath this market sits roughly $1 trillion a year of guaranteed buying that doesn't even look at the price. The biggest buyer of American stocks right now is American companies themselves, and it has been for years, by the way. Oh, and while I'm talking about buyers who don't really care what they pay, there's the 401k machine too. Picture a nurse in Ohio. I don't know why I'm picking Ohio, but whatever. Every 2 weeks, $500 leaves her payslip and goes into a target date fund. And that fund buys the S&P 500 automatically. The money just buys every payday at any price. It doesn't matter what the price. Now multiply her by tens of millions of Americans on the same autopilot. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. Nothing wrong with what she's doing. It's probably a good way to invest her money. But the point is, a huge chunk of the buying behind these record highs happens on autopilot. It's a payroll setting. Now, to be clear, this is just how markets function. It's not anything crazy, but it explains why there is always some underlying buying pressure in the market. Quick thing before you go, I've written a free guide called How to Retire Before 2036. It's a full 10-year plan for anyone starting late. Get out of debt, invest properly, retire on time. Free download, link in the description.